位映璇的话比较特别，它是全英文的专题，它的书面也是英文的 ，PPT 也是英文的，然后它的报告也是英文的。然后那映璇可以先上去，然后你准备好就可以开始。然后那老师请下来。对，谢谢。对啊，谢谢那个映璇的指导老师，然后对，他有，对，所以待会麻烦两个老师，对不对？那个妈妈可以用中文，你要英文也可以啦，对不对？那对，那老师们就肯定要双声道，好，麻烦两位老师等下回馈的时候需要中英双声道，谢谢。好，那映璇你准备好，我们就可以开始了。
Doris from class 9. Today I'm going to present my project. The title of my project is Checkmate, Challenge Myself to the English World. In this project, I will share my stages of my English learning and frustrations and changes that I experienced. And the expectation I gave myself in the future. The picture above was taken in a chess tournament. Why did I choose chess as my topic? It's because my dad sent me to learn chess. And the chess course is in English, which is why I decided to start practicing English. The reason I decided to do this project in English is because when I was young, I would watch English cartoons and movies such as Disney, or listen to English stories and nursery rhymes. I summarized 4 stages during my English learning experiences. The first picture is the cram school I went to when I was 4 years old. The teachers in this cram school would give us tokens if we speak English. And when our tokens reached a determined amount, they would give us a card, kind of like an award. The words in the card gave me confidence and encouraged me to be willing to speak English. The second picture was taken when I was 8 years old in a chess tournament. I learned chess when I was 7 years old. And because the chess course is in English, so I only understood some of the sentences. But my other classmates seemed like they understood every word the teacher said. And sometimes I would see other students chatting with my chess teacher, and I would like to chat with them too. So I started to have thoughts of learning English. The third picture is the time I went to the US and bought ice cream myself in English. At first, I was afraid to speak English with the ice cream clerk, but after the clerk handed me the ice cream, I found out it wasn't that hard as long as I speak English and step back. And until now, my goal is to pass the GPT intermediate test. At the start, I didn't really want to do it because this seemed like a big goal for me. But after I found out my friends from elementary school are going to prepare for this test, I decided to prepare for this task as well. Like what I said before, I chose chess as my topic and decided to do this project in English. During English learning, it's important to practice speaking. And speaking might be the hardest part for non-native speakers, and I'm still trying to improve my speaking. In this project, I reviewed my English learning experiences and read articles talking about learning English might face frustrations and benefits that English learners might face or already face. These two pictures were taken while I was doing language exchange during my summer vacation. It is important to practice listening, writing, reading, and most importantly, speaking during English learning. So Mr. Ho suggested that I do language exchange with an English speaker and practice my speaking. And my partner's name is Yongting. She came from Indonesia to study in Taiwan. At first, I was worried about we wouldn't understand each other, but I found out she would try to listen carefully to what I'm saying, to understand what I'm saying. I have to admit that presenting this project in English wasn't easy. But doing this project, it also gave me a lot of opportunities to practice English. I tried to challenge myself to step into the English world, and I made it. I'm standing here giving you a presentation. In the Disney movie, The Lion King, Rafiki once said, "Oh yes, the past can hurt, but you can either run from it or learn from it." Frustrations are hard to avoid, but we can choose to hide or face them. After we look back on our past, those frustrations will seem like a breeze, and it will also benefit us. I summarized 3 points of my English learning. Discover the changes through doing this project. Learning is an endless journey. It's true, learning is an endless journey, and I will still keep learning English. Having a new height on learning English. After my project, I found out I have reached another height on my English learning. And I expect myself to reach another height on English learning in the future. I want to thank these people for helping me during my project. First, thanks to Mr. George for giving me advice and suggested I do this project in English. And thanks to Mr. Reason and Mr. Ho for correcting my grammar and giving me advice. Next, thanks to Professor Li Jingjing for helping me find a partner to practice my speaking. And my language exchange partner, Yongting. Thanks to her for being willing to chat with me. Finally, my parents for giving me support during I was doing my project. That's all for my presentation. Thank you for listening.
刚开始那个专题报告程序表示他说，为什么我在平板后面？现在我就没有办法很安心的听看他的表演。然后我觉得我们班真的很强，每个人都很强。然后谢谢跟他老师鼓励他用英文，然后谢谢阿伟老师，谢谢蓝丽老师，然后给他很多建议。他做得很棒，谢谢。
很好吃。
要把在后面。
哦，把在后面。那老爸不要说台的。
大家好，那我是那个映璇的爸爸，那今天很高兴可以来这边看映璇的专题报告。那其实我知道说他要接的这个，就是接这个专题，我是觉得他非常有勇气。我想说再借助大家的掌声来，就是来鼓励他一下。好，谢谢。那因为坦白说，英文的这个，其实我。很多的功课里面，英文是我们最大的罩门。那我当初为了要让他就是要学那个西洋棋，其实目的其实就是很重要，就是希望他顺便把那个英语学好。好，其实最主要目的只是说透过西洋棋来学英文。那我很感谢我们的三生老师，那鼓励他就是用英文就是做那个全美语的报告。那我相信呢，这个的报告对他来说是一个很难得的回忆。那再次谢谢啊，那恭喜你已经结束了。好，以上谢谢。
你要双声道，不然英文有很多人很会这样。你可以双声道，我看你要先哪一个？先英文。
Okay, first, I think your presentation is pretty good, and I think your English about the speaking part is pretty clear, and I think fluent, maybe more fluent than when I'm speaking. And yeah, it's perfect, and I could understand perfectly. And while you were preparing this project, you are such a good student and you study very hard, and so during this process I don't have to worry about you will come to me automatically. I don't have to call you, and I know you will come to me, and always bringing the well prepared the papers or whatever you were preparing. And so I think this is a good part. And when you first came to me, actually I don't play chess. So this part I could not give you very much support. But what I can do is that I can suggest you to find the language exchange partner, which I will really want you to try, because according to my experience, this is the best part when I was learning languages. Yeah, I make friends through this language exchange. And like you said, language learning is a life journey, so it never ends. Yeah, it never ends. And so it's perfect if you could make friends and do another language which you are learning, and you are using this language, and to make friends and to understand each other with your friends. This is the best part when we learn the language. It's not just for the language is not that something should stay in the classroom. We should really use it. Yeah. So again, so this is a very good presentation. So nice work, and congratulations. 中文的部分我简单的讲一下，然后就是映璇他本身就是一个很认真、很尽责的学生，然后所以我都不用担心说，就是说我不用去找他，我知道映璇会来找我，每次来找我的时候都已经准备好充足的部分，然后所以就是他会来告诉我说，老师我准备了什么，对，然后所以我有讲到就是他一开始来找我的时候，主题方面是西洋棋，因为我本身我不懂西洋棋，我没有玩西洋棋，对，但是所以我能建议他的是，就是就我自己的经验，然后我学语言的经验，然后能够就是建议他去找一个语言交换的同伴，然后这个是就我自己学习语言经验里面最好的一个最美好的一个回忆，就是我能够透过我正在学习、正在使用的这个语言去认识朋友，然后去认识彼此，真的去理解彼此。我觉得这个东西是超越我们现在语言，不是只有留在学校里面、留在教室里面。然后这个就像呼应映璇刚刚有讲的，它有三个结论，语言是一个一生的一个旅程。对，然后所以我们到底学这些要做什么？如果你只有留在学校的话，其实是我觉得是很可惜的。对，然后我觉得建议他也是因为映璇很认真，但是他其实还是比较害羞。但是就是透过这个的话，我觉得其实可以很自然而然的，我就建议他就是当做去当交朋友。对，然后其实任何东西都可以谈。对，然后映璇也回应给我，就是他跟这个朋友之后，就算专题结束以后，也还是会继续的碰面，继续的有联系。对，然后我觉得这一个是我们在做专题以外，跳过这个框架，我觉得他可以获得最多的是这个部分。再一次恭喜。
另外一位老师，映璇其实每个礼拜除了他的书面等等之外，他 meeting 的时候其实也要一部分是用英文为主，所以他这样才可以在平常就是还是可以有一些口述或是听力的练习，所以他跟老师 meeting 其实有一部分时间就中文之外才会用英文。好，来。
I think this is such a fullness presentation for you. For last week I saw it, and now you have improved so much. You have to give yourself a big applause. And everyone can get her a big applause. 请各位可以给她一个掌声吗？所以试着就是展示过一次的演说之后，她其实进步了非常的多，不管是在上台的表现，还是在她讲讲的部分，都已经是进步了非常多了。And I think I didn't help that much because this is all because of you willing to find out your path and all your experience of learning English. This is all of you, your effort to do this. So you have to think to yourself and think to Mr. George for pushing you to do this presentation. And this is all. Thank you.
那我们请这个母语人士开点回馈一下。英文呢？你都母语人士了。
你英文比中文好。
对，英文比中文好。
Okay, so I'm very curious about one thing. If you decide, like, since Mr. George here, he recommended that you can use English for your presentation. But I'm curious if you chose to use Chinese, how would you present this project?
所以你这一题要用中文回答。
我其实不太确定。
Was this question too hard?
我还不太确定，会变成怎样。
Because I was curious, because your presentation was called Checkmate, Challenge Myself to English World. So I was curious if it was if you changed English to Chinese. So I was wondering, like, would you put more of the chess, like the game, into your presentation, or would you like explain like your backstory about why you learned chess and what is it to you now?
就这一题你可以用英文回答。那个老师说你有写到，所以你就是其实就讲就可以了。他的书面有吧？
If I didn't
好了，那个老师说他要救你。
So if the project change into Chinese, first 西洋棋的 Checkmate， 就是它其实在暗示是说，它跟学习英文这件事情是在下一步棋，跟西洋棋就是以西洋棋作为一个开端，然后它的对手是一个英文这样子。那从一开始 ，from the first strategy, first move, and to find out the changes in the battle, and to find out how to conquer the opponents. It's like this. If the checkmate this topic changing to Chinese will be like this.
没有其他的。好，那有没有其他同学来开放？你可以用中文。有吗？有吗？有没有？好，那我们就下一位了。好，谢谢一璇。